And now, from 12 Studios, this is News 12 Now.
Today is Thursday, May 30th. Welcome to News 12 Now. I'm Kylie Dudman. New this afternoon, one person is in jail, another recovering after an alleged box cutter attack earlier today. It happened at the Booker T. Washington Apartments. When police arrived, they found 53-year-old Brian Alexander and a large amount of blood. They say the victim had already left the area to get medical treatment. Alexander is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And we now have the mugshots of two people charged with 2 felony cockfighting charges. Catlin and Darline Gravitt were arrested for their alleged involvement in an illegal cockfight event in Wilson last month. Deputies were able to break up the event and arrest one spectator, Gustavo Barcenas Jr., as he was fleeing. Now, court records show deputies found 4 fighting roosters in his truck, and they seized more than $6,000 from him that he is believed to have been used for betting on the cockfight. And another animal shelter closing due to distemper. After the outbreak at the Sherman Animal Shelter, the Denison Animal Shelter will temporarily close. The Denison Animal Welfare Group will not take in any animals from the Denison Animal Shelter for the next 10 days due to the local distemper outbreak. All of the Denison Animal Welfare Group animals are currently healthy, and the pause in taking in new animals will help keep them that way. DOG also says it is at full capacity and is in urgent need of more foster families. Now, we'll have more information on the local outbreak later on News 12 Now.
Well, Kylie, I was asking your opinion earlier. Is it flooding at the ball field in Southeastern, or is that just the mascot of the Savage Storm showing up and making its presence known? Raining in Durant right now. No flood advisory there, but definitely a flood advisory from Ada all the way down south of the Red River into Grayson County, and a flash flood warning just a county over in Cook County after we've been having consistent rain moving through Texoma, and right now the heaviest just past Durant. Right now over Atoka, Hugo, Pushmataha County, Paris, you're next. Bonham, you're getting soaked right now, and some lingering rain right now over the station. But there's that flood advisory in the Oklahoma counties north of the Red River, and in the mix of flash flood warnings and flood advisories south of the Red River. Now, Futurecast is showing the next few hours this system is going to continue moving to the east before we're cleared of it entirely around 6 or 7 o'clock at night. But hold on, here's another blast of rain moving in early Friday morning. And we do have some more rain chances as we go into the weekend. So coming up, Kylie, I'll break down all the timing on that and what you can expect for the beginning of June.
All right, thank you, Brady. A former Durant officer pleaded guilty to embezzling more than $100,000 from both the police evidence and police union. Under the plea, 48-year-old Billy Jones was given a 7-year deferred sentence, meaning he will not go to prison. However, online court records show he will serve 30 days in the county jail. He was ordered to pay more than $100,000 in restitution. The embezzlement is believed to have started in 2018 when Jones served as the secretary and treasurer for the local Fraternal Order of Police and was a narcotics officer who was entrusted to transfer the monies to the Bryan County treasurer. Jones retired from the police department 3 months before the investigation by the OSBI. The Sherman Animal Shelter is temporarily closing after several dogs tested positive for distemper. Both dog buildings will be closed for quarantine for 5 days, although one will be closed for 4 weeks. Distemper is a highly contagious respiratory virus that impacts dogs and has no cure. Savannah Grace, manager of the 49th Street Veterinary Clinic, tells us what symptoms to look out for our furry friends.
Once it goes further along, it can progress, and it can do vomiting, diarrhea, have neurological with seizure-like activity.
The shelter is working to save as many dogs as possible, but dogs that test positive will be euthanized. So far, several have been put down and 18 are set to be tested. Pet owners should make sure their dogs are vaccinated and avoid public water and food bowls to prevent coming in contact with the disease. The shelter will slowly open at limited capacity and aims to be fully open next month. And a new Oklahoma law recently signed by Governor Kevin Stitt is making some changes to school curriculum and graduation requirements. Students are now required to take an additional year of math, and fine arts classes will no longer be a graduation requirement. Many fine art teachers are concerned about the change, feeling like children will be missing out on many needed skills. However, the change is effective immediately. The jury in former President Donald Trump's criminal trial in New York will resume their deliberations toward reaching a verdict today. The jury met behind closed doors for nearly 5 hours yesterday. They ended the day by asking to review several portions of testimony from two witnesses in the case, David Pecker and Michael Cohen. Mr. Trump is charged with 34 counts of falsifying business records stemming from reimbursement for a hush money payment Cohen made to adult film star Stormy Daniels before the 2016 election. Body camera footage has now been released from last month's pro-Palestinian protest on UT Austin's campus. CBS Austin's Abigail Velez spoke with people who've watched the videos but have different interpretations of what they saw.
For the first time, we're getting a closer look at what happened at the University of Texas at Austin on April 24th. It was the first day of pro-Palestinian protests on campus, with the demonstrations lasting more than 5 hours, eventually leading to the arrest of at least 34 people.
Get up!
Why am I being arrested?
In an open records request, CBS Austin obtained body camera footage from the Texas Department of Public Safety troopers who responded to the protests.
When are y'all going to call this a riot? I don't make that call. Huh? Yeah, I don't even make that call. Okay, well, it is.
Many have described the scene as chaotic, out of control, and violent. Reviewing the footage is bringing back the heightened emotions from that time. At least that's what Dennis Ferris and Adam say as I sat with them and watched the videos.
It's quite ridiculous.
I wish none of this had happened.
Dennis is the president of the Austin Police Retired Officers Association. He spent most of his life working as an APD officer and says he watched this footage from his perspective as a policeman.
They're going in there to basically pull them out of the crowd and make the arrest. And the initial thing you see is some of them resisting. The easiest way to control somebody is to get control of their hands and their legs. Even if you don't feel like an arrest is lawful, you can't resist it.
Overall, Dennis says the law enforcement presence was justified.
I don't see excessive force here.
But it's a different story for Adam, a member of UT Austin's Palestinian Solidarity Committee.
Clear video evidence submitted by the DPS is the DPS officers themselves, who are clearly agitating a peaceful protest by forcefully arresting students.
In this video, you can see Texas DPS using their batons to push back on protesters, something Adam remembers clearly from that day.
These students clearly are not doing anything wrong. They're simply standing there and they're getting pushed away. They have a right to assemble on campus, and that's clearly being violated right here.
But for Adam, this runs deeper than law enforcement response. He's focused on the purpose of the protest that day.
This tells me that these state troopers, our governor, our president at this university, is more invested in the state of Israel than he is with the welfare of his own students. This demonstrates that perfectly.
In total, about 130 people were arrested at protests in Austin throughout the last few weeks. In a statement, Texas DPS say they responded to the campus at the request of the university and under the direction of Governor Greg Abbott in order to prevent unlawful assembly and support UT police in maintaining peace.
Thank you for watching today's News 12 Now. Make sure to subscribe so you find out why Texoma turns to us. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where you'll see more social media exclusive content. Want more News 12 Now? Watch us live every weekday through the KXII app on your phone or TV and through our website.